Hello friends, welcome you all to another video, and today we are going to learn what is restoration drama. We are going to see in this video that what is the comedy of manners and what is heroic tragedy or heroic play. And you can see on your screen just the notes which I have made it, and here you can see that the socio-political happenings impact on the literary production of the age, literary features of the age, prose, poetry, drama. Okay, so we are going to focus on only drama. And here for the new viewers, I just want to tell you that the Restoration Parade is one of the parade in the history of English literature. It started with the restoration of Charles II as a king of England in 1660, and it lasted to 1700 until the death of John Dryden. Actually, it is a part of neoclassical period which started with the restoration, that is 1660, and it lasted until the publication of Rilke Ballads, which was jointly written by William Wordsworth and S.T. Coleridge. So guys, let's move on to the restoration comedy, or simply we call it as a comedy of manners. So let's start with it. So actually the restoration comedy or comedy of manners questions and comments upon the manners and social conventions of a greatly sophisticated artificial society of that time, contemporary English society. It has a satire, fashion, manners, and outlook on a life of social classes is realized with the stock characters. And these classes are actually the upper classes. It is not for all classes. The restoration comedy deals with the only the upper classes or elite classes of the English society. The people who used to be in the royal court of the king and their relative, the kinsmen. So it is a rich people. The subject matter of this comedy of is the rich people. So it originated, actually what is the origination or what is the origin roots of the comedy of manners? So actually it was originated in the new comedy period in 325 BC to 260 BC of classical Greece, and this new comedy was developed from the old comedy, and it was developed by the Greek comedy playwright Menander. So Menander, he developed this new comedy, and it is called as a comedy of manners, and he was imitated as it is by the Roman playwrights Plautus and Terence. So these new comedy or comedy of manners arrived in the Renaissance France. Renaissance starts, you know that the Renaissance period starts from 1550 and it lasted until the Restoration, that is the 1660. But the Renaissance period has three parts, as you know that we have learned it in the semester first of our syllabus. That is the Elizabethan period, 1550 to 1603, then Jacobean period, after that Caroline period, then the after that the Commonwealth period, and then a Restoration period. So that is the actually the division of the history. So in France, in Renaissance, Moriel, he wrote some French plays in French language, the Comedy of Manners, that is the School for Wise, which was published in 1662, the Impostor in 1664, and the Misanthrope in 1660. So these are the plays which was great influence, because in the Restoration period, the French literature has a great influence over the English literature. As we know that in the Elizabethan or in Renaissance literature, there was actually the influence of uh, Italian literature. So the comedy of manners, again I repeat myself, the comedy of manners, it is an entertainment from which satires the manners and actions of social class And the manners method, what is the manners? Manners are the method in everyday duties are performed, that is the manners. So let's move to the quickly about the characteristics of comedy of manners. So number one, it depends upon the dramatist capacity to present the unemotional treatment of sex. Number second, it rich with wit and satire, image of time. Number third, heroine is more important and interesting than hero. Number three, hero heroine are well dressed, self-possessed and witty persons. Number next, manner of upper class. Okay, so manner of upper class was depicted in the comedy of manners, and not all the classes, poor class and middle class, was not the subject matter for the playwright for comedy of manners of the Restoration period. It follows the realism, social analysis, and satire. That is the true picture of noble society was you can see in the comedy of manners. And last was the dialogue. The dialogues of the comedy of manners are polished and crisp. So again, I would like to define the comedy of manners as this genre refit to English comedies written and performed during the 1660 to 1710. So that is called as a comedy of manners. Let's move to the heroic tragedy or heroic play, and then I am going to tell you about the playwrights of comedy of manners as well as the heroic tragedy or heroic play. So let's start with the heroic play or heroic tragedy. So actually, it is a tragedy or tragicomedy that came into vogue with the restoration of the English monarchy in 1660, and it was influenced by France classical tragedy and its dramatic unities. It aimed at epic, that is heroic, that is the name for heroic epic, that is the heroic, that the, for epic, that is the heroic poem. So likewise, it applied to the tragedy, that is heroic tragedy. So epic or heroic grandeur, usually by means of bombastic, exotic settings and lavish scenario. The noble hero would typically be caught in a conflict between love and patriotic duty, leading to emotional scenes presented in a manner like opera. The leading playwright, John Dryden, defined restoration tragedy or heroic play as a heroic play ought to be an imitation of heroic poem. So it should be the imitation of epic, and consequently that love and value ought to be the subject of it. So the love and the struggle of lover, that should be the subject of a tragedy. So let's start with the playwrights of comedy of manners as well as the heroic play or heroic tragedy. So first we should talk about the John Dryden. He was not very well to write down a comedy of manners. His first attempt to write down a comedy of manners was The Wild Gallant, and this play, this comedy of manners, was performed and published in 1663, but it was unsuccessful. So therefore, Dryden actually moved to write down a heroic play or heroic tragedy, which we are going to see in the next segment of this lecture. Let's move to the another playwright after John Dryden was the greatest comedy writer, that is a William Congreve. He was born in 1617 and he was died in 1729, and he was one of the greatest comedy writers of Restoration period. So he has written the comedy of manners like The Old Bachelor, which was performed in 1693. It was a blockbuster super hit, we can say. The Double Dealer in 1693, it was also super hit. Love for Love in 1695 was the greatest play, and his greatest and masterpiece, The Way of the World, which was performed in 1700, but it was the artistically failure, and therefore Congreve have left writing drama because he was disappointed, and after that he started writing poetry. But he was a very brilliant dramatist, and Very nice dramatist he was. Let's move to the another playwright, that is the William Wycherley. He was born in 1640 and he was died in 1715. So his comedy of manners are Love in a Wood, which was performed in 1671, The Gentleman Dancing Master in 1672, The Country Wife, which was my favorite play, performed in 1674, The Plain Dealer in 1676. So these were the comedy of manners written by William Wycherley. Then the next one was George Etheredge. He was born in 1635 and he was died in 1691. So he has written comedy of manners like The Comical Revenge or Love in a Tube. This play performed in 1664. Then the next comedy of manners he has written She Would If She Could in 1668. So these are the two plays he has written. Then after that, Sir John Vanberg, he was born in 1664 and he was died in 1726. And he has written the first comedy of manner, that the Lips, which was performed in 1696. The second one is the Provoked Wife in 1691. After that, George Frackwell, who was born in 1678 and died in 1707, wrote another comedy of manners. His play, The Recounting Officer, which was performed in 1706. Then Thomas Shadwell was another comedy writer or heroic writer, and he has written and we know him, Max Lachlan, which was written by John Dryden, the satirical poem, and he attacked Thomas Shadwell, that is the one of the foolish poet and the foolish playwright. So Thomas Shadwell was that. So he has written comedy of manner, The Sullen Lovers in 1668. And then next comedy of manner he wrote The Square of Alstatha 1685. Then Bury Fair in 1689. After that, Sir Richard Steele, who is known for his that the periodical essays, we know him with the edition, Joseph edition. So he born in 1672 and died in 1729, and he wrote two comedy of manners. One is the Funereal, which was published and performed in 1701, and the Lying Lover in 1722. Apart from that, it was the Oscar Wilde. Actually, he belonged to the Dr. Johnson's age, or we can say that last part of the new classical age. But he has written the comedy of manner, that is the sentimental comedy is another name for this comedy, The Importance of Being Earnest, and it was performed in 1895. Again, the Lady Wintermiller's Fan, also he wrote, that is a very very beautiful comedy of manners he has written. So let's start with the playwrights of heroic tragedy or heroic play. It was John Dryden, absolutely the dominant figure, or again the Restoration period is also known as the age of Dryden. Dryden was born in 1631 and he was died in 1700. So actually he wrote some poems also. First is Annius Mirabilis, which was published in 1667. The Great Fire of the War with the Dutch in 1666. Absalom and Achitophel, that is a very beautiful satirical poem he wrote in 1691. Religio Cassi in 1682. The Hind and the Panther in 1687. The Songs for St. Cecilia's Day in 1687. And Alexander Feast, which was my favorite poem, he wrote in 1697. Already I have told you that he has written one comedy of manners. Let's start with his heroic play. And he was very great in heroic play. The first heroic play he wrote, The River Ladies, and it was performed in 1663. Then the second one, The Indian Empire, which was performed in 1665. Then third one is The Tyrannical Love, which was performed in 1669. The fourth heroic play, The Conquest of Garanda, in two parts, which was written in 1669 to 1617. Aurangzeb, he has also written one Aurangzeb play with the Indian Aurangzeb in 1675. Number six, my favorite play, that is All for Love or The World Well Lost in 1673. It is the adaptation of Antonio and Cleopatra written by William Shakespeare, and he has written in a different way the same story. That is very beautiful and very nice play. I also like it. And it is also included in your syllabus. In the seven, Love Trimmed in 1694. So this was the heroic play writer he has written, and he has dominated the entire restoration play. But apart from him, there were another tragedy writers, heroic tragedy writers, playwright. That is the Thomas Otway. He was born in 1651 and he was died in 85. And he has written tragedy, that is the Alcibiades in 1675, and Don Carlos in 1676, The Orphan in 1680, Venice Preserved in 1682. So these are the heroic plays he wrote. Then Nathaniel Lee, he was born in 1653 and he was died in 92. He wrote heroic tragedies like Nero in 1674, Sophis Niseba in 1676, The Rival Queens in 1677. After that, Elkna Settle, he was the playwright. He was born in 1648 and died in 1724. And he wrote The Empress of Morocco, which was performed in 1673. The only one heroic tragedy he wrote. Then John Crown, he was born in 1614 and he was died in 1703, and he has written two heroic tragedies. One is the Caligula, which was performed in 1698, and the Sir Courtly Nice in 1685. So another heroic tragedy writer or playwright is Joseph Addison. We know the Richard Steele and Joseph Addison. They have jointly wrote periodical essays, Turtle and other. We are going to see it in detail in when we are going to deal with that. So Joseph Addison was born in 1672 and he was died in 1719, and he has written only one heroic tragedy, that is the Cato, which was performed in 1713. The last playwright who wrote heroic tragedy was Nicholas Rowe. He was born in 1674 and he was died in 1718, and he has written three heroic tragedies. Number one, Tamburlaine, which was performed in 1702. The second one is The Fair Patient, which was performed in 1703. Jenshaw in 1714. So these were the things. So hey guys, I hope that you understood the restoration drama, comedy of manners, as well as the heroic tragedy. If you have any kind of queries, please ask me in the comment section. And if you are new to my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon, and also share to your friends for such kind of videos. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video.